feel. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You know how I feel. You know how I feel. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You know how I feel. You know how I feel. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You know how I feel. You know how I feel. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You know how I feel. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
5. 1, 2. Okay, you're hearing me. That's good. Get it up to there. Wow. Sweet, everybody's here. This is me. There we go. All right. As usual, I got to do a little tweaking here. I'm extra big tonight. That's weird. Oh, I know what that. I know what that is. But this is okay, right? I mean, maybe you can see me better. Okay. Oh, sweet. Heidi's here. Oh my God, I just got your name. Hadacadabra. Okay. That's awesome. Oops. Sweet. Jennifer's here. Rachel's here. I think I saw a lot of people here. Claire's here. Shelly's here. Luisa's here. Sweet. Yeah. Juniper, it's like a reunion. It's like our early pandemic days all showed up here tonight. That's awesome. Let me be super quick because I feel like hooping. If you haven't joined us in a while, Shelly Vision has become a mainstay here on this one, and we love it. Carla's here. That was weird. Your emoticon showed up late. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Okay, hopefully that doesn't hurt the stream at all. I forgot to hardline it. Okay, so welcome to the longest hair you've ever seen me have. I am ready to teach tonight. I'm stoked for this. This is a class that so I've pretty much either in video or whatever, seen a lot of you hoop either on the Zoom when we did it in class or you tagged me in a photo. And so I think the majority of people watching right now do not have a T-Rex issue at all. T-Rex. And what T-Rexing is I want to be sort of clear about something. When I first started teaching, I had a lot of sort of uh, like a sort of hip hop type confidence, which some people perceived as ego, but it really was just sort of it just sort of felt like just confidence, but also just kind of like just sort of stepping into like a type of power. And so I used to talk about T-Rexing, and some people thought that I was kind of like making fun of someone, and I can totally see why I might have perceived it that way. But T-Rexing, the way that I look at it is, especially if you're gonna like do HoopPath classes, is just sort of a phase you go through. It's just funny. Like a sort of like common vernacular word would be like Bush League, or that's JV, or that's rookie shit. Like I don't know if those are all sports analogies. I guess they are. But my point is that like T-Rexing is not like who you are or what your style is. It's a phase of hooping that you go through, and you kind of go through it again and again because like every time you learn a move, you sort of have to learn if the move doesn't include both hands, you have to kind of learn what to do with the other hand. And that doesn't always mean that you move it like crazy. It just means that you're aware of it. Um, yeah, I mean, so Jennifer just said I see it as being afraid of setting your arms and hands free, and I agree. And so my tactic and why it worked with some people and it sort of backfired with others was to sort of say like let's let kind of making fun of the phase, like like let's like we're not moving our arms because we're just fearful that we look stupid, but just what are all the benefits of moving your arms. But maybe I went a little too hard. Yeah, two birds is actually how I started. Shelley just said once Baxter explained it as two birds. That's actually when I got. That's actually when the story came into like the people. Some people ask like, why do I tell these stories of my Dan myth and all this sort of stuff? It was because of two birds. That was sweet. I'm glad it worked for Shelley. It was because of two birds, because when I shared that story, finally, after weeks of trying, my students started moving their hands. It was awesome. All right, so I don't want to talk too much. I want to just jump into it. So tonight is about, if you're a total beginner, which I don't think probably too many people are here, but I wish there were. I wish there were more beginners. If you're just starting, I think tonight will be friendly. The whole idea tonight is about moving your hands. You'll be surprised at how much your focus will tighten your hands. And if you focus on moving them, like if your focus is movement, then they at least won't be so locked up. So we're gonna do kind of some exercises tonight, and this will be more of a like I don't want to say a workout, but this will be more of a guided like there's gonna be tech, but it's gonna be kind of a nice pace. So kind of like I think when we get done here, you'll feel like you got a workout. Okay. Oh God, I just had this heart attack that maybe. Okay. Um, Sweet. All right. Well, and so this playlist is coming off of SoundCloud. It's some music. What happens with SoundCloud? Oh, this is a little tight. Um, what happens with me and music is in my hoop sessions, I'll hear a song. If I really like it and want to use it for class, I'll turn it off so that I can save it for you guys and experience it with you new. Like one of the things I love about hooping is if you are exposed to new music, what will happen is new music will bring out new moves, and not like tricks, like moves. Like not that there's, you can call things whatever you want to call them. I'm not really part of telling people how to call things, but I always called hoop tricks hoop moves. And if I called something a trick, that meant that it was kind of like easy to learn, sort of fun to impress people, like doing wheelies, like with the hoop, or what they call walk the dog. That doesn't really take too long before you can sort of get it. But that's a move that just people dig. But to me, that's kind of a trick. But I always call them moves. I naturally do it. It's not even like I have to sort of, PC my way into calling them moves. I always did. Okay, so let's get going. As usual, I'm gonna have to find a song on Sway from my iTunes, and then we'll hop over to my playlist. Yeah. Well, balancing stuff, that it takes so long to get good at balance that, damn right. They should be enriched. All right, let's go. We'll start with something kind of chill tonight. Oop. Not that chill. There we go. Okay. Oh wow, sorry for the late start here, y'all. I didn't realize I talked too much. I'm sorry. Okay, we'll do 40 solid minutes. I'll try not to. Audible breath in. Most of the time, if there's a body part going to sleep while we're moving, it's not because it doesn't want to move, it's because our consciousness just doesn't seem to be aware that it even exists. And so to build physical awareness, we'll use the imagination and our creativity. And so to bring life to both of our hands, the Maidan thought of them as two birds. Every human being has seen birds. Every human being has seen probably two birds. And every human being before them has probably seen birds. And so the idea of birds is old within us. So it's easy for our bodies to imagine our hands as two birds. Audible breath in. Your dominant hand can teach your non-dominant hand how to move. If you're not feeling inspired, you can just create mirrors. My hands are mirroring each other. Audible breath in. If I raise my hands above my shoulders, I open up a whole world of good feeling. It's a vulnerable way to feel, but it's an awesome way to move. It's like the higher our hands get, the higher our elbows get, the weirder it gets. Audible breath in. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So we will. Let me think. Okay, so let's talk two birds. And I thought we would start with kind of like a sort of off, not something you might normally expect for two birds, but I thought I wanted to do two bird point. Now, I'll be honest with you, a lot of tonight's class is going to be core hooping, but two birds with point can, be a good sort of way to get used to the temperature of the water. So I'm in point technique. If you happen to be stumbling on this video and you don't know what point technique, it's when you don't use any grip to move or hold or whatever the hoop. It's a little bit more than that, but a good working definition is just point. If you're coming back from an injury like I was when I got into hooping, and I've had a few injuries since I got into it, but the resistance of the hoop through motion is like just enough that it doesn't, I don't think it puts that much strain on things, but it's enough that it can help muscles restore. So I can turn it into a dance in my imagination, but what's also happening is that I'm moving through my range of motion with some weight resistance on the hoop, or with the hoop being that resistance. Actually, I want to listen to a sort of faster point song, but this one was good. So tonight we're working on T-Rexing. We're working on breaking out of the evolutionary cycle that our arms are about to go away because we never use them. So I'm moving right now, remembering to move both hands. And that's teaching my awesome brain that it can do this, that it feels good to do this, and that we want to do this.
Listen.
So if I was a total beginner, just holding my hoop, just hanging it from my arm, and moving my hands, it may not, as a beginner, you might not realize it, but it gives you such a better base for all of your hoop learning if you're just used to moving both hands. You don't have to wake up one side of the body every time you learn a new move. Moving. 1 second. Water break. Okay. All right. So for this next exercise, what I want to do. Make sure I've got the. Nope. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's this one. I'm gonna switch over to my SoundCloud now, so I might have to tweak the music info. But what I'm going to do now is, let me make sure this is the right one. Yeah, this is it. So what I wanted to do now was us do an exercise, since we're in the business of moving both trees tonight. Nice. Nice. I love it when you guys comment. Wow, that's weird. I got a weird sparkle thing happening in my shirt right now for some reason. I guess it's just green enough. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to create a simple rhythm right now. You might as well just do what I'm doing, but maybe it'll help. Hopefully this won't. So I'm just moving the hoop back and forth. My arms aren't even really doing anything super amazing. But I'm going to start to go to what you would call a PM break with these. That means that the hand that the hoop is traveling towards is going to slow motion catch it in the middle and then let it go over to here and then come back to here. And when I'm bringing it back across, I'm getting pace on it by rolling it into my core. So it's rolling into my core, and that kind of helps it zip across. And then, you know, I'm not locked into anything, so there's no wrong way to do this as long as the end result is this. But what I'm going to do, and what I'm kind of doing already, is, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm starting to deepen how I twist with this move. And then I'm trying to see, you know, if possible, if I can find a groove with the music that I'm hearing and this move And so that once I start to find that groove, then I can start to get cute with it. Then I can start to get like cute with my hands. And then I can start to do sticky breaks. And that's when one hand just keeps the hoop. So instead of switching hands like this, the same hand, one hand will just hold it through it. Now, I'm doing this move right now, and I'm keeping my off hand in one move. And I'm not saying this is about to look badass, but just watch how much more interesting it is, and just how much more happens when the other hand moves. Still moving. Basically the same move. If you don't like this type of horizontal movement, you can roll and move the offhand with rolling. You know, just pick a simple technique and move the offhand. I'm gonna go back to the horizontal because I was digging it. I'm imagining that most of you have either on your own discovery or through class have already done this. But when I'm doing these moves and I'm sending the hoop back, one kind of easy and fun break, I don't want to say easy, but simple and fun break can be to just send the hoop under your arm and you kind of catch it. Well, I really am all Mr. Sparkles tonight. That's funny. I don't know why. Anyway, I kind of catch it in that spot, turn, and then bring the hoop across. It's hard to do in a hoodie. That's why I put one on, I guess, but boom. So this would be like the move. So I'm sending the hoop back and forth, and then just for one catch or something, I can send it back into that kind of alternate grip or alternate break. That my hand is my elbow dips into the current, and it becomes this kind of cool 3-point break. Both hands going. I like it. So it's a nice, quick, like little, like what? I tried to get too cute. Look who hooked more cameras up. Giving you guys the angles tonight. That offhand, it's kind of like a levy wand if you've ever seen one of those, or the flying cane trick or whatever. It's how you move your offhand that really helps sell the hoop, or sell. Let me start that over. Have you ever seen somebody do flow wand? The whole thing is kind of sold not by what their hand is doing as much, but by what their offhand is doing. It builds the illusion. How do you keep it flat? That's a good question. Yeah, I know. Pinch break, yeah. No, it is a pinch break. Rita, you called it. That is exactly what it is. Let's see. How do I keep the hoop straight? I guess, it's hard to say without seeing you try it, but I love this song. Let's wait on that one. You were asking me, oh yeah, how to keep it flat. A lot of times I think it's the elbow being high enough. The elbow has to get so high, and then the shoulder has to kind of like open up and almost table up. Like if you want to, like one way that, like in your sway, like if you're ever not feeling it, at one point I thought I was going to try to develop this as an exercise routine for people like, some of my family who are way, way, way overweight. And you'll be surprised at like how much of a strain you can feel, like in a good way, with just keeping your elbows at shoulder height or a little bit higher. And believe it or not, I'm not off on a tangent, because the higher your elbows, are used to being, the sort of easier it is to, oh wait, that was an internal version of the same thing, which is a pinch. I guess my elbow is starting pretty high and dipping in. I might be full of crap too. I don't know. I haven't thought of that. Oh, sweet. Good. You already do it. Okay. Let's go to... Okay. I know that was a typo, but it's a really cool word, and I like it. Budbung Hockding. All right. Yeah. All right, so this next exercise, we're going to move to the core with this. Okay, I don't know if that helped or not, but yeah, let's move to the core. Actually, let's go ahead and warm up the core a little bit with it. All right, I'm on the waist. And of course, you're going to move your feet as much as you need to. Or not, if you want to go rooted. I can stay. Now, I'm going to add two birds to this, since that's our focus tonight, or the non-T-Rex is like the antithesis of two birds, right? So I'm going to keep a simple rhythm with my hoop, however simple I can keep it, so that I keep my hands moving.
Soft and gentle. Soft and gentle. Ooh. If you wanna, if you wanna,
moving my hand. My focus is on moving my hands.
Soft and gentle.
All right. Okay, I think this is a good one. All right, let me grab some water. Maybe you should too. Okay, I don't want to or not kill anything, but I want to. So tonight, for our next exercise, we're going to do second current only. Second current is when you go the opposite way of the first direction that you ever learned. And one of the best sort of pieces of advice that I can give to someone. Oh, sweet. I'll put a link to the playlist after class is over. All right, so I'm in second current. I'm going to go the direction that I don't normally go in. But the best piece of advice I can give you is that once I started teaching two birds, I was waiting for people to get okay. I love this track. A little better every day and without you. Like, I thought people would get good at second current and then they would start to move their hands. But once I try to convince through story and whatever to people to move their hands, their second current started to come in. So I'm in second current. For me, that's going to the right. And I'm doing the same exercise, but this time I'm just going to keep the hoop in second current the whole way. I'll be there. And when you need me, oh, you need me, I'll be there. I like moving the hands. For my second current, it kind of changes our focus. I remember a time when I couldn't choose. I don't know if you've ever experienced the death of a relationship due to the question "What's wrong?" I don't know if you've ever been in a relationship where the "What's wrong?" question just came so frequently that suddenly there was something wrong. We can think of our second current sometimes that way. That why doesn't this feel better? Why isn't this working out? Why does this feel awkward sometimes? And focusing on moving your hands as birds or however you envision it can help you get your mind off the what's wrong, right? And just sort of focus on, okay, this is what we're doing together right now. I'm keeping the hoop up in second current and my hands are moving like birds. Trying to do this in second current. Oh, wow. I can feel my abs engaging. Oh my god, it feels so good to be like moving again. To realize I have abs. Okay. Another water break here. Yeah, well, Louisa just said I'm crazy about my little sister hand and second current, and that is, whatever age you're at, and I know this is going to sound crazy, but like I'm a full freak. I fully believe that hoopers, if we can stay with it, if we can find a way to stay connected to our hoop or to flow and otherwise, that we're really giving our older selves the greatest physical advantage that we can have. And we need advantages, right? Like we want like all the positive momentum towards happy, healthy years as we get older. Not just living a long time, but like living fully a long time. And I really do think that flow and moving, like what other, fun thing to do, like encourages you to move more, and the more you do it, the better you feel. And I'm positive that your future self is going to be stoked that you got into hooping for how many ever years it happened, right? Whatever it was, even if it was 6 months, even if it was, everybody's right, but like when they stop hooping, they always look back. Oh, let's do that. That's a good request. I think this is a good one for this. All right, let's talk about two birds. Thank you, Rita, for the suggestion. Two birds at the shoulders. Now, one way, I'll turn the music down just for a second while I'm talking about this. If you can stall shoulder, you can feel two birds at the shoulders pretty easy, or not easily, but more simply. Simple doesn't always mean easy, but if I can stall, then I can kind of play two birds, just by keeping the hoop open, keeping the window of the hoop open. I'll show you the bird's eye of that. Not everybody, has the sort of flight time to spend this much or whatever it takes, or the physical body. This is me moving my hands. And so the reason that I show you that to you, and I am way dizzy, is that this is one way that you can bring in two birds into shoulder hooping. It helps you slow the hoop up, but it's just to create stalls and then let those hands start to fly. What I love about the human body is just, I keep in my own movement right now, I keep coming back to two birds, and suddenly my hands are moving to make that happen. So I'm here. There's a couple of different things you can also do to fly the hands. We talked about this. We talked about this not that long ago, but it's one of those things that you just can't hear too many times. But the way that you orient your palms up or your palms down can really have a positive and negative effect on the hoop for you. And you might discover that you're better with your palms up, or that you're better with your palms down, or you can, this is sort of where the two bird aspect of this comes in, is for me, especially if I'm in the zone, which I sort of am right now, I can feel the difference of just rotating up and down while I really am sparkly tonight. Let's see what we can do about this. Alright, maybe that'll help. two birds can really help your stalls. Oh, I did change the sparkles. Well, damn. Lisa, you're too important to me. I have to. I'm gonna bring the sparkles back. It has to happen. Yeah, let's get sparkly again. There they are. Actually, that's a little too. Just a light sparkle. Shelly, that's awesome. Yeah, the Sparkly Baxter's back, yeah. Okay, but Rita, for instance, if I want to stall, if I fly one hand high, the same hand that the hoop is resting on, that helps, I don't know, for whatever reason, that helps me hold it. So I'm not trying, the difference would be, like, I'm not trying to create a stall by not moving my arms. I'm bringing my arm up underneath the hoop and helping, using that height to help me hold it. In hooping, the only mistakes are the ones we acknowledge. The beauty of hooping is that it's mistakelessness. Okay. All right, let's see. I think I jumped to I played that one already. Okay. What time is it? Oh, wow, we're at the free hoop time anyway. Okay. Well, I will let's free hoop, and I love this track. So, any way you want to hoop, I hope that this was sort of a guided flow. I'm getting my legs back. I think maybe next week we'll do shoulders or something like that. But if you got something out of the class, leave a comment. I appreciate it. If you're watching on replay, I do read the comments. Thank you. This is our free hoops. We'll just chill from here. Exactly which ones they are. Thank you guys, I appreciate that. You're welcome, Heidi, Rita. Sweet. And I'll post the link. I need to tweak this playlist so you don't see every. I mean, I'd be happy to show you every song, but just to get through the ones we played tonight, I have to tweak the playlist. So if you don't already, consider following me on SoundCloud. You can probably find the songs if you really like them. You can find them on Spotify. I don't have any problem with Spotify. I just don't use it, so I don't know anything about it. That's a link to my channel. There's a bunch of playlists there, and then I'll put this one up later. Anyway. Have a great night, y'all. Thank you. I'm on free heap some. too. Okay, I think we'll chill it out. If anybody's still here, thank you. Well, thank you, even if you're not still here. I'll be back Monday. Monday will be the time. And thank you, everybody. Have a great night. Good night, Jackie. Good night, Louisa. Thank you guys. Claire, Jen, Juniper. Yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome.